Now, we're going to talk on a few more transfer rumours, but before we do, Janusz, I want to just pick you up on the drama in the French national team. It seemed to go by quite smoothly, but it hasn't been the case. Now that the World Cup is over, Karim Benzema's agent has blasted Didier Deshamps, basically saying that his player was fit and available to play in the knockout stages. Remember, he picked up a training just before the tournament, on the eve of the tournament, was withdrawn from the squad, but Deschamps never did replace him. And it all seems a little bit fishy here. What have you made of it all, Janusz?
I just think that, to be honest with you, I think Deschamps probably will admit that he's made a mistake to bring him back. And I don't know if there's pressure. I mean, Didier Deschamps doesn't seem to me like a manager that caves in under pressure. But I think if you saw Karim Benzema, obviously the way he was playing, he was going to win Ballon d'Or, tremendous season with Real Madrid. And I just felt that maybe with Olivier Giroud, the only option really in that position, he felt or was convinced by someone to bring him in. And he probably knew from the beginning that didn't need to happen. We all know what happened with Mathieu Valbuena and that saga before that. And, players sometimes forgive, managers, I don't think forget. I don't think Deschamps, probably if you talk to him 5 or 10 years from now, he probably will admit that was a mistake to bring him in the first place. Having said all of that, I wonder in that final where Giroud was withdrawn rather early, having Karim Benzema on that bench, if that final may have gone differently.
I mean, it was hard not to think that, Mark, when you knew that he wasn't going to bring him back, and you just saw those early changes in the concept of the game, that he did make that double substitution in the first half. It did cross many people's mind, didn't it, if Karim Benzema was there?
Yeah, and it is a difficult balancing act, isn't it? Because if Benzema isn't a good player in the squad, if some of the players are resentful of him being there, and if he creates an atmosphere by being there, then having him there for, from the knockout stage onwards would have been, a 10-day, 2-week period. It might have been okay. It might have been an asset to have him around the squad and bring him in, but it might have upset everything. That was Deschamps' issue, I guess. It was like, if I bring you back now, will it upset the mood of the camp, and will it derail us? So he took a gamble, and they got to the final, and they almost won it. So his gamble very nearly paid off. I mean, it was just penalty shootout, wasn't it, that stopped them winning the World Cup? So I don't think you can blame Deschamps by saying you should have had Benzema, because, they did okay without him. I mean, getting to a World Cup final and almost winning it without a player is pretty good going. And who knows? I mean, Giroud was excellent in the World Cup. So would he have done what Giroud did? Would Benzema have been the same impact player that Giroud was against England? We don't know. But I think on balance, I think it was the right decision by Deschamps not to bring him back, because we just don't know what it would have done to the mood of the camp. And it's always difficult, even if the players that get on, if you bring a player in the middle of a tournament, it's difficult to assimilate there. Everyone's kind of settled into a routine. So I think Deschamps had to leave him out. He can't go back and go around in circles. He had to keep him out of the squad.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.